Jake here for American Trucks, and today I'm taking a look at the passenger side powered heated automatic folding mirror in black, fitting 2013 to 2018 Ram 1500s. It always seems to happen even if you're super careful. Your mirror ends up getting messed up, broken, or worn out somehow. So if you're in need of a replacement mirror and you want to keep that stock look and functionality, this is going to be just what you're looking for. Featuring OEM type styling and construction, this is a full featured replacement mirror that keeps all the functionality of your truck intact, and it costs a lot less than the factory part too. Now let's face it, mirrors aren't the most exciting thing to talk about, but they do play a key role in not only the functionality, but also the looks of your truck. And if you find yourself in need of a replacement passenger side mirror for your own Ram, then look no further. Maybe you've, bumped it going into a parking garage or something like that. But whatever the case is, this is an OEM style mirror, just like what might have come on your truck from the factory. And the outer housing is the same texture black as your factory mirrors and trim, meaning that it's gonna blend in perfectly and look just like it did rolling off the showroom floor. Or if you've got the chrome mirrors and you want to switch it up, this is an easy way to get that more blacked out look while keeping the factory type of component. This one also retains all your power functions, power glass adjustment, the automatic power fold feature, heated glass, and the turn signals as well. So these are going to function just like your factory mirrors with no modifications needed. Now the turn signal lights also feature the OEM style amber lighting, and there's even an integrated puddle light, so that will work if your truck was so equipped originally. Now it is worth reiterating here that this is only the passenger side mirror we're talking about, so if you need to replace your driver's side as well, you are going to need to buy that separately. However, we do have the matching driver's side mirror available at the same price on our site, so you can get a match set. Just make sure you go and grab that one too before you check out. Construction here is all standard OEM grade stuff too. You get brand new mirror glass enclosed in an ABS plastic housing, just like your factory mirror. The lens for the turn signal is clear polycarbonate with LEDs taking care of that lighting inside. And all of that means that it's gonna hold up and function just like your original mirror, but it will be all nice and fresh, giving your truck a nice refresh or upgrade while you're at it. Pricing comes in at about $275. Now again, this is only for the passenger side mirror. However, that price is a heck of a lot less expensive than the equivalent part from Ram or Mopar themselves. Believe me, I went ahead and did the homework for you. In fact, buying this passenger side and the accompanying driver's side mirror together will still be less than just one of those from Mopar. So if you want or need a replacement for a sensible price, then this is going to be your answer. Installation is going to get a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter and should only take you about an hour to complete. Now this is a plug and play install, however it is worth noting that if your truck doesn't have the power folding option, the puddle lights, etc., you will need to program the truck in order to get those functions working properly. However, there is no wiring complete and everything will just bolt right on like your factory mirror. And now to show you that process, let's go ahead and throw it over to one of our AT customers.
All right, the tools I used on this job. We have some trim removal tools. We have a box cutter, some electrical tape, 3/8 inch socket wrench with extender, and a 10mm socket, a T20 socket. You can also use a T20 screwdriver if you have one, a Phillips head screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, and I also like to have a little magnetic tray anytime I do any work on the truck. Just gives me a nice little easy place to organize everything as I take it off the vehicle. Today I'm going to show you how to remove and replace the passenger side mirror on my 2015 Ram 1500. This is the outdoorsman model, but I don't think it matters. They're all the same mirrors for the most part, unless you have some special tow package. Got this nice one off of American Trucks, and it looks like it's a dead ringer for the OEM one. So let's get into it and see how she works out. Okay, first thing we're going to need to do is pull off all the trim here. You got to pull off this piece here first. This one's pretty easy, it just pops right off. So we just get in there behind it with the trim tool. Just a couple of clips, it pops right out. Now to get to the mirror, we've got these 3 bolts right here. That's what holds the mirror on. Oh, one nice little tip. Roll down the window before you start. That way, you can hold the mirror here, take the bolts off, everything comes out. You can work with one person and do the entire job. All right. Now, I was hoping when I got in that that's all I would need to remove. Unfortunately, The wire connection is all the way down here. So we're going to have to pull this whole panel off. You'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. They're plastic screws. They've got the Torx bit that goes into them, but they don't really screw in. They're just kind of pushes. They just push in. I thought they were going to be a screw, but they're not. But still, having the Torx drive helps you kind of wiggle it out. So we're gonna have to remove those. We also got to get in here with our trim tool. There's a little plastic cover right behind the handle. You're gonna want to pull that out. So behind that will be a Phillips head screw. We're gonna want to pull that out. That holds this whole piece on. And then we'll take this plastic trim off. And you'll see why in a little bit, because you really kind of have to maneuver the whole panel. You have to lift it up and then out. And if you don't remove this whole plastic trim piece, you're not going to be able to move it up as well as you need to without risking breaking something. So we'll start with this middle little piece of trim. Get behind it with the trim tool, it pops right out. You'll see the Phillips head screw is right there. So we'll go ahead and pull that out. Go into my magnetic tray. Now this piece, it slides in towards the rear and then clips in. So if you get behind it right here in the front, the forward part of it, prop it up, slide it forward, comes right out. Now we got to take out these little Torx bits. You can use your trim tool. I like to use the trim tool kind of in conjunction with the T20 bit and just wiggle them out. And it's the same on all of them, so I'm not going to bother readjusting the camera. Now, you notice I'm not actually using the socket wrench. I'm just kind of using it almost like a socket drive with my 3/8 inch extender. If I can get behind, it's not the easiest thing. There we go. Once you get them out a little bit, just grab hold, pull it out. It's plastic, so it doesn't stick to my magnetic tray, but I'm still going to stick it in there anyway, just so I know I got it. So once you get the plastic pin out, now I practiced this one on the driver's side before I shot the video, and I dropped one over there too, but they sell these at any auto parts store. That's all it is. It looks like that. And then you've got your little grommet pin that goes in. So that the pin goes in, and then you put the little Torx drive, the second pin goes in, spreads them out, holds it in place. So if you lose one, it's not the end of the world. Just try not to lose them. Actually, that was along the left side, not on the top. And then there's two more along the, there's two along the side, either side, and two along the bottom. There we go. All right, there we go. Now I've got all the pins out. Now the trick with getting these out seems to be when it's sitting in there, it's gonna sit, these will be squished all the way flush. All right, get your tool in between the two pieces and pry it out. Once you get the first part out, the second one pops out real easy. Now, we wanna make sure we have our lock mechanism down. You're going to lift everything up, clear it out. Now, it's still attached. because you still have all the electrical wiring. I don't like the idea of just letting it hang on the wires. So, what I came up with, I'm going to save the packaging. I'm going to use the box and the packaging that my new mirror came in. Put that underneath, stack it up as I need to. Voila. Now it just hangs in place while I take the rest of it apart. Alright, so we've got our wiring here. The wiring comes into this bracket. This bracket has some electrical tape holding it on. I'm just going to cut that electrical tape and I'll retape it up. That's what the new electrical tape is for. Alright, follow the wire down. And we get to our 2-pin connectors right in here. There's a black one and a white one. So there's 3-pin connectors. You want the bottom one and the middle one. And you're just going to disconnect them. They got a little tab on them. I'll show you them here in a second. A little tougher. There they are, just like that. Now they got these little tabs right there. It's going to sit inside like that. You just want to push this little tab over. Put this one out of the way. You're just going to push that little tab over and then pull it out. Same thing on the black one. Black one right there has a little tab right there. Alright, let's go ahead and get this cut free. Then we'll take off our bolts and pop our new mirror on. Okay, I had to go back in and get a different knife. I can't find the knife that I had. That's fine. Just use a nice little box cutter. And just be careful not to cut the wire. You're just cutting the tape. There we go. We are free. Alright, last step. I'm going to take off those 3 bolts. Get it? They are 10mm bolts. We got our 10mm socket and our socket wrench. Voila, 1, 2, and 3. Now this one over here is kind of tucked a little bit behind some of this, the weather seal. So when you put it back on, just remember to tuck it back behind it as well. First one off, into the magnetic tray. Second one off, into the magnetic tray. Supporting mirror with my other hand through the open window. Alright. And then all we do is we just wiggle it out, and there's a clip right here. Alright, it's just like a trim clip and the rest of them. You can just kind of pop it out. And there we go. The mirror is off. We'll just set that aside. Alright, we got our new mirror here. We'll take off these protective covers. Let's just unscrew nice and easy. Alright. We're just going to run our wiring right through this oval-shaped hole right there. Bring that in. Line up our bolts. And the clip right in the clip hole. And I'm just going to put the nuts back on finger tight and get all the wiring hooked up. And then I'm going to do a functions check before I put everything back together. I hate it when I get everything back together and I missed a step or screwed something up or something doesn't work. and then I gotta take it all apart again. So we're just gonna get it in place. Now remember this one here, we gotta get it tucked behind that weather stripping, just the washer. The nut is gonna pop out a little bit, but the washer part, we wanna get that behind the weather stripping. Not really sure if it matters, but that's the way it came, and it was like that on both sides. So I kind of want to make sure. I'm just going to take my flathead screwdriver and just kind of pry it around. Just kind of get it started. Just kind of get it back there. There we go. Then once I get it back there, then I can put it right on its post. Well, if it's good enough for the factory, I guess it's good enough for me. It's been there for almost 8 years, so seems to be working. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing plugged in. There we go. Plug is in. White plug in. You'll hear a distinct little click when it goes in. Alright, it's in. Let's go ahead and do a functions check. Make sure everything works. Alright, let's go ahead and fold it in. There we go. Fold it back out. That works. Turn signal works. And I'll do another little bit here for you folks so you can see it working. Signal works. All right, so the function check worked. We're able to control everything. Now we'll just tighten everything down, get all the trim back on. Everything's the exact reverse. You'll follow with me on the whole thing. I don't know how much the editing guys are going to want to include, but we'll just tighten it all down. Button it up. Now, one thing I didn't show you, I can show you with the old one. When you put the mirror on, here's the old mirror. There's this here. It's like a styrofoam weather seal material. All right, this one's a lot more compressed because it's old, but the new one it's nice and thick. So when you put it on and you first put the bolts on, you're gonna have to go around a couple of times and just keep tightening them up, because as you tighten this one, it's going to compress it, and just keep going until they're all good and tight. All right, I found that on the driver's side. By the time I got done tightening all three, I went back and the other two were loose, and it was just because of that weather seal just compressed some more. Not much, like a quarter or an eighth of a turn. All right, that's in place, working our way down. Reattach our wiring. A couple strips of electrical tape. Kind of stick it on the back side like that. The top and bottom. And we'll lay our wire right in there. And wrap it around. Go. Now that's all in place. Now we can put our trim panel back in. Maybe the exact opposite. Instead of lifting up, we got to go up and drop it down. And I'm going going to show you here. I know they really don't want me to hold the camera and show you stuff, but I kind of have to. On this one here, I want you to take a look. You'll see these little hooks right here. Here, a couple here. Okay, these are all going to go into these little spots. Okay, right there, right there. Okay, they're all just going to drop right in like that and just hook. Okay, that's what you're looking to make happen all along here. All right, it's really not as hard as it sounds, but you'll be okay. Let's go ahead. Oh, I found a good way to aim it up. Start with your lock. Get your lock right in. And everything else kind of falls into place. There we go. So that lines it all up. Now we're going to take our little 2-piece grommet pins and just work our way around. Put the first piece in, and then we put the Torx pin in. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, but it's got a Torx head drive on it, and it's a pin. So 2 along the side, 2 down here, and then 2 on the right side, and right there. All right, we're getting there. Now, this trim piece is going to go right in through the handle here. Remember, it's going to slide in front to back and then push in to clip. Slide it in. There we go. Push it in. Now it's in. Phillips head, right back in that Phillips head hole. Right where it came out of. I know somebody's going to say there's no such thing as a Phillips head hole. It's a hole that the Phillips head screw came out of, so I'm calling it a Phillips head hole. It's my video, so oh well, you can deal with it. All right. The little trim piece we took off drops in from top to bottom, hooks on the bottom, rotate it up, push it in, and it's in. Finally, our last piece of trim, the one we took off first. All right, we're just going to put these right here and then rotate it up. These little clips are going to go here and here. And we're done.
That's going to do it for our review and install of the passenger side powered heated automatic folding mirror in black, fitting 2013 to 2018 Ram 1500s. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, for all things Ram, be sure to keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.